Mr. Simon Burridge,
Yeah.
what's your favorite movie?
It's a hard
Why?
one. It's a hard one, but it's got to be, I would say Pulp Fiction. I'm a mad Star Wars fan. Everyone's a mad Star Wars fan, but I love Pulp Fiction. Now with Pulp Fiction, there's a part of me that wants to download it and edit it in order. So yeah, and just call
Really?
it fiction.
All right,
You know?
okay.
But-
Editing in order as in sequentially instead of having to be cyclical.
It's all over the place, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, but I think that's the
It's
reason why it
beautiful.
works.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, but it's a film. Why I love it so much, it's a film that I don't think my brain will be able to make like that. Yeah, I don't think I could handle.
Are you talking about the plot or the filming?
I'm talking about the timings being forward and back.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
because John Travolta dies towards the end.
Yeah.
No, he dies in the middle of the film.
Yeah.
Yet he's the final scene when they're walking out the cafe. You know.
That's correct, yeah.
And just for him to think of doing it that way is amazing.
Yeah.
Because what he's done is he's made his life span the whole film.
Right.
When in theory he lasts half the story.
That's correct, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? And
Yeah,
I just
I see
think
what
it's,
you mean,
it's amazing.
yeah.
And things like Kill Bill, I remember he must be one of my favourite directors.
Hey, we've seen the fingerprints all over the Tap Theory. In your character introductions, you know, how you introduce all the characters, boom, this is Ted Lewin.
And I don't think
it's the same as in Kill
that's
Bill.
very strange. 'Cause
Black free, eh?
I wasn't thinking of Quentin Tarantino when I did it.
But
I was just thinking of how would I do a title, and that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And that's cool that it's come out like that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's buried in your subconscious,
But, you know-
such that when you start using it, you wouldn't even know that, you know, this is how it got into your subconscious.
Yeah.
But you could see Quentin Tarantino all over it, because look at your favorite film, your favorite film, Pulp Fiction. It's just similar because that was his own initial. That was
That's his style.
Yeah. And, you know, it was low budget because he was just trying to start off as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And, you know, he made how much did he say?
And
I
look
think
at
it's less than 10,000.
Reservoir Dogs. It's in one room.
Yeah.
It's in one. The
room,
running scene.
Yeah.
They're going past the same shop about 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing film.
It is.
Now, what I like about Quentin Tarantino, I think I've had a good life. You know, I've had a peaceful life, and I've done a lot of things.
Right.
And so it takes a lot to make me excited.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
sounds weird,
Yeah.
but it takes a lot to get me excited.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Kill Bill and loving it. And then
Yeah.
Kill Bill 2 came out.
Yeah.
And then Uma Thurman said, "And now I'm going to Kill Bill." And I actually got excited like a kid.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought to myself, this has got to be my favourite director. To make me
Hey.
feel like a kid, just
true.
because she said that started it off.
That's true.
I just thought something good's coming, you
Yeah.
know? So, yeah.
I think in terms of story writing, I think you are going to diverge from Quentin Tarantino simply because he likes his own storyline, the plot, to be circular, so that at the end of the whole thing you say, "Oh, yeah, that's true." You know, that kind
Comes
of
back round.
yeah.
And I think I've got a bit of that in me,
Yeah.
actually, from what I showed you earlier.
All right, yeah, that's true.
Things come back.
That's true. Yeah,
Things
they
come
come back. They come back. He's the master of that.
Well, that episode comes back, doesn't
Yeah,
it? From
yeah.
the Rachel straight away,
Yeah,
you know, at the end.
that-
So, yeah.
That's really fine. Then also the way you preferred the music to the score.
Yes.
The same, because if you look at the musical strategy of Quentin Tarantino's films, it's the same. Whether it's introducing the Commodores or the Comanches, in Pulp Fiction, it's the same way you've used Melinda.
It's really
why Melinda?
Every part.
Tell us about the musical
Melinda.
strategy.
I've known Melinda for 7 years.
Okay.
And 7 years ago, we needed a singer desperately.
Okay.
And we asked around on the internet. Melinda came up, met us once. We ran through a whole set that we were doing on stage in Tunbridge Wells. She came along and nailed it. And we've been in contact with each other ever since. Not every year we say hi and Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday type thing.
Yeah.
But then I've listened to her music before, and sometimes she posts live.
Okay.
And I love listening to her live. But then I got into one of her albums, which was amazing. And every
the new
track,
one. Yeah.
every track she nailed. Every one of them.
Everyone, yeah.
And I thought I've got to use this for my sitcom.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just as a theme tune.
Okay.
Every sound you hear in that, every piece of music is from. It's where I've nicked it.
Yeah,
from.
yeah. I mean, it shows in the credit. I was like, wow, there is no other musician at all. It's only
Melinda. It's only her. And because her
genre
genre is from one end of the scale to the other.
That's correct. That's correct.
And she's a talent.
Yeah, she's really talented.
Yeah.
And in fact, the lyrics, the lyrics of Jezebella. Yep. Actually, I think it also fits into the theme of the pilot.
They do, they do, but they didn't originally. And,
right,
that's the only downfall for her, really.
All right. In what way?
It was all she's.
Okay.
She did it, and she.
Right.
So what I did is I said, "Can you send me the instrumental?" She sent me the instrumental, and I took the S off of the she, so he now he did it, and he, and then the next line was she.
Okay, that's nice to know.
Because I didn't want him jumping in the car, turning the car on, driving off, with a load of she's.
Yeah. Okay.
So I stole it and revamped it. I made it better for her, so she's only got to thank me.
No, because I mean, you could feel. It seems as if Ted, wants to be a rebel, right? It's not really that he wants to be a rebel, but situation is forcing him into rebellion. And then he's putting on this pirate's costume, which is not really, really a partial costume, and he doesn't really have that look of rebellion. But then Melinda's songs, which the Jezebella,
it's the pace,
set the pace and give it that halo of rebelliousness, and it was pushing him along.
That's right. That's right.
Like there's I'm the sea, you are the pilot, you are the captain.
That's correct. And I think the other song, "Caught in the Middle." This is when the reveal happens in the kitchen.
That's correct.
And it goes to a flashback in the 90s. Caught in the Middle, you could have put that on in the 90s and it wouldn't have been out of place.
That's correct.
Especially that scene, that instrumental scene. I thought, I've got to use that.
Yeah.
On the phone tour again. Can I use this one? I think I've used 5 in total.
Wow,
haven't I used 5 in total?
I think so, yeah. 5 in total. It's all there in the credits. Wow.
And every one of them is perfect for the series.
That's fun. That's really fantastic.
Because her genres, if she was just one genre, it wouldn't have worked. But she's all over the place.
No. Yeah,
she doesn't know where she is in life.
Yeah. No, it's good. It feeds.
She's our very own Alanis Morissette, is what she is.
It feeds into the movie. It's the same thing with you, that you are the actor, script writer, you're just crossing all the genres.
She's the same, but
so
in
it's
music.
The same. So it fits into the theme of the pilot itself. In fact, even the characters, Ted, especially, he's a ventriloquist, entertainer, the mechanical engineer, jumping around all over the place. So everything really ties together, and that's what makes the pilot.
I think she's similar to me in character. She can't do the same thing in her life.
It's good.
Can you?
Yeah.
I can't do the same thing. I can't do this. I had to, when I came out of my apprenticeship, I had to operate for a year, and that involved me doing the same thing, unpacking the same machine for a whole year. Drove myself nuts. I used to do it crying sometimes because it just drove the same thing. It used to drive me nuts, and I can't do the same thing. And that's why my wife is perfect for me as well, because she allows me. They say behind every idiot is some wife pulling their hair out, and this is definitely the case. Yeah.
All right. It's really unfortunate that we only see her behind the camera, not in front. She's the gaffer,
She's the mum in. She's Ted's ex-wife.
Yeah.
She didn't want much of a role.
But
she's Ted's ex-wife.
All right, but
so
did I see that
my kids are actually cuddling their real mum.
But not the real dad.
No, not real dad. No, Dad's behind the camera saying, don't call him Dad. I'm your dad.
Right, yeah. I don't think they'll be happy with the dry humping scene at all. No, not at all.
I don't think she was very happy with the dry humping. Yeah, she wasn't very happy with it either. It's my idea. I don't care.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you used to be, according to the pilot. I mean, you're filmmaker, adult filmmaker. So
my character is. I wasn't an ex-adult filmmaker.
No, I said the character.
The character.
Is there a particular reason why you made that character an ex? Because I was thinking that the only reason so far that I've seen is because of that joke. that
You
if
make
this
it
is
feels like
comforting.
he's filming something rude,
Yeah.
and he ends up it's not filming anything rude, is he?
No, not at all. But he was able to supply the joke that if you want to know how so-so-so's on the underside is like, that is the only thing that ties him to the adult movie making.
I would say
so
he dabbles in it. He wants, or maybe wants to dabble in it, or maybe he's got too old for it, or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's just a pervert, idiot.
Why do you particularly want to lead this on to a series? Why not a feature-length movie?
That's been mentioned a lot. A lot of people have said that could just make a feature-length movie. And do you know what? I could do that. I could just extend what I've done so far to a feature-length movie. But I feel it's got multiple layers, and I like the idea of someone having to wait a week to see what's happening next. I would like every episode to have a shock in it.
That's correct. Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And with a film, you just need a couple of shocks to the end.
That's correct.
Needs another 40 minutes to make that a film.
Yeah.
Which I could do, but a part of me likes the idea of having someone go, God, I can't wait till next week.
Yeah.
So that's basically.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no to it.
Yeah. In the history of Hollywood, films, when they started initially, they were going down the route of 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, but people now felt that you want to keep people in the theaters for 4 hours, 5 hours. No. So that is why, because film started in the theaters, not necessarily something you watch at home.
Well, everything started in the theaters. You'd go and watch TV in the theaters.
In the theaters in those days. Yeah. So they said, we have to trim films down to maximum of 2 hours, 1.5 hours, to be able to keep people's attention.
I can't get on with that.
Then there was this explosion of this on-demand platform.
Yes.
We've got Netflix, we've got Disney, we've got BBC iPlayer.
And what they're doing, binge watching it all day, aren't they?
So now, what Hollywood, couldn't pull off 70 years ago, now they're pulling it off. Now it's almost that everything has to be a series.
But the thing is, it's all about watching it at home, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we love the cinema, and we love how that, the big screen and the environment, but we don't want to be there for 3 hours.
No.
So when you binge watch, you can sit at home all day on the sofa. In your pants.
8 hours, 14 hours, 24 hours. I've seen it before, binge watching.
Yeah.
So I think, do you think that's the future? That's the future of screen?
I don't think so. I still love to go to the movies and watch something on the big screen. I think they've got their own place in the world. I think episodes have got their place, and movies have still got their place in the world. I would still go to a cinema and watch an hour and a half film, 2 hour film. I can't get on with The Hobbit or anything like that. It's too long. Drives me nuts. I could just about get through the first ones, obviously, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
And but they're just too much for me.
Yeah.
So The Hobbit would just drive me nuts. But then again, there are some other films that I love that are really long, but I can't think of any at the moment.
The way they pull it off now is through two things. It's the storyline and the editing. It's got to be like what you did. Pace it, 4 or 5 seconds, It's not like all those Woody Allen shots where almost you can have a scene like 5 minutes. A shot 5 minutes, and, although he sustains attention through the dialogue, the gags, and that's how he sustains attention. But if you have a dialogue that's quite dry and it's going to be action-packed, so you just pace the whole thing, 3, 7, maximum of 7 seconds, then you just pace it on. So that's how
I had to shorten down quite a few scenes. The scene that you mentioned before, a few days ago, you mentioned the scene that's just filming the hall. Just focusing on the hallway. There's loads going on. The guy's coming down the stairs, or Ted's coming down the stairs. He's looking for Ryan. That was twice as long. But I felt that I was showing off a camera trick, because I had him appearing. I had him going into doors and coming out the other door, and stuff like that. I had two Teds in one shot sometimes.
I saw that. I saw that.
But I had that a lot more. I had it a lot more.
Okay.
And it was just a little bit too long. I throughout the whole process, I've been asking people, "What do you think on this? What do you think on this?" And a couple of people, if a couple of people mention the same thing, then I know they're onto something. So I reeled it in. They said, I feel that bit's a bit too long.
Yeah.
It's drifting away from the... You want the story to start going, and you just kept it going a little bit too long. So I cut it, you know, and that's happened in a couple of bits. They're sitting down on the chair, you know, they're just literally having a conversation on a sofa.
Right.
I think that's an 8-minute scene.
Oh, right,
you know?
okay.
And I think because you need to know what's being said, that you're into it and it doesn't feel like 8 minutes.
Okay.
But when you see it on paper, you think that's got to be shorter. That's got to be a lot shorter.
Yeah, that's true.
We did shorten it, but not as much as...
Yeah, I think, you know, shorter scenes, you know, but several ones, they're very, very powerful. They're very effective in sustaining attention and driving the plot forward. Just to make an analogy with the Martin Scorsese Taxi Driver, the phone scene that I mentioned. In fact, you improved the shot by adding this dissolve, you know, because you're trying to show Ted that, okay, Sally has called, you know, has booked him for a gig, and he was hurrying to go there, you know, looking around, trying to dress up and so on and so forth. So in order to kind of compact time, you then introduce this dissolve, you know, which is an improvement on Martin Scorsese's shot, brilliant shot in The Taxi Driver. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much. I agree with it. That's exactly what I was trying to achieve. I wanted them to know, I want the audience to know that he was looking all around the house.
Yeah.
But I didn't want that amount of time to be used in looking around the house.
Yeah.
So I just had a number of him looking around the house.
Looking around the house, yeah. You know, and you just, at first, you had this single shot. Yeah,
and then that shot gradually zooms into the case.
Yeah, that's correct.
Then you think, why is it zooming into that case?
Yes.
Then he bursts back in.
He bursts back in,
You realise the case is reasonably important in the story.
That's setting it up, So I was thinking that maybe you should have used such a kind of shot, you know, to set up the tap theory and the drink the children were drinking in front. Just
right.
Yeah, because it won't come across that the title of the pilot, the tap theory, has a link to what the children were drinking.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And the problem I got is permission.
Okay.
I've contacted Coca-Cola. Okay. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying their name, but I contacted the leading brands of Coke, and they said, write to us.
Okay.
We take our brands very seriously. I said, I'm not discrediting the brand in any way. I just want to use it as it was motivation for a kid, you know. It was inspiration for a kid.
Yeah.
So, and they said that shouldn't be a problem. So I wrote to them, never got a reply back. Along with Charlton Athletic and the scarf. Okay. I'm a Charlton Athletic fan. I used to be their mascot for 10 years. And I even wrote to those guys, and they never even got back.
Yeah, the problem is they won't understand the importance of this until they see the success everywhere, and they will start coming back to you and say, oh, yeah,
that's all right. Yeah, you can do
that.
That's why I had to be pretty shrewd with the way they held the bottle.
Okay.
So people from my age, I'm 47, I remember that coming out and thinking, oh, that's a clear drink, you know, drinking it in its Coke. So I remember being shocked by it. People younger than that haven't got a clue what's going on. Haven't got a clue. But as he takes a sip, Ryan takes a sip and puts it away, you can just about work out that it says tab on that drink. So he's using that theory, the theory that he's that they've managed to make Coke clear. He's used that in his head. He's thinking that's invisible, you know. Very loose, and I'm happy for that title to be changed. I didn't want to be too attached to the title, even though I like it.
I mean, tap theory is okay.
It sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good.
They should keep it tap theory.
I don't want to be too attached to it because there may be a company comes along and says, we like the idea, we like the plot, but we want to change the title. So then I'm trying to prepare myself for that, you know, by not coming up with that great a title, you know.
Speaking of disappearance, how did you pull off that optical trick?
Okay, right. I've done it.
Oh, is that a secret?
No.
You know,
originally, I had a pair of glasses with green lenses.
Okay.
And on the trial, we were bringing the glasses down in front of the camera. Worked really well.
Ah, all
In
right.
the
So
end,
it's not editing trick.
in the end, I photoshopped a pair of spectacles and made those glasses green and did it that way. So it's graphics, blurred it out a bit so it looked more natural, and it came out clearer than the original glasses in the end. So that's basically it. So the key to it all, keep the camera very still, add the shake afterwards.
Oh, all right.
If you keep the camera still,
Yeah.
same with the case scene with the case talking.
Yeah.
That is a drill with a bent bar in it.
Okay.
Moving by itself,
All
lifting
right.
that up.
Okay.
And I'm just recording it. I've recorded it with a lighting that makes it dark inside so you can't see the drill moving.
All right.
And then I've basically, I kept the camera still, filmed it for a while, and then I sped it up, slowed it down, reversed it. So, so it would talk basically like when it was talking.
Oh, all right.
Just,
That's really amazing. That's a clever trick.
It's all about, the key is keep that camera still. If you keep it still, you can do literally anything to it.
Oh, okay.
Add the movement later.
That's really nice to know.
And that's I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I just self-taught myself that. I just worked it out myself.
Mechanical
over
engineering
years.
background.
Well, maybe I don't know. I just
that's
felt.
what I mean.
I just felt with the editing that if I keep it still, then surely I can move it and make people disappear. So like him disappearing on the sofa. That's a scene where they shot together. Then I just got him a step away for 10 seconds, and then I used that clear side of the sofa and merge it in and out with him. So he looks like he's disappearing. Every time he lifts his glasses up, he disappears and he puts them back down. Same in the toilet scene when he's leaning against the thing. He's disappeared. He puts the glasses back on. He reappears.
What's driving that character Chris to want to destroy or take over Ted?
That's a very good point. And I've already told the actor, which is Alex Lippic.
He acted like a good Bond villain.
He's very good, very well spoken. Very slimy. We call him slimy.
What is driving Chris to go extra lengths to want to destroy?
It's a natural thing. He's living with the kids, and now, so he obviously thinks...
He already has everything: the kids, the house, the ex.
Yeah, he's got the fame as well.
Want to destroy the career again?
He's been found. He's that talent scout. That's why he's with her, the talent scout in the room, because she's found him. So he's starting to make success. So he's just basically full of himself. He's full of himself. He's now with this person. He knows it annoys him. He knows it annoys Ted. So he's just a bit slimy with it. Look what I've got, and look what are you doing? What are you doing dressed up as a pirate?
Final question. What lessons have you learned in the production and the post-production, the shooting, the everything? What lesson have you? Any lessons at all?
I've learnt a lot about lighting. I've learnt, actually, I don't know if I've learnt anything about lighting. I've learnt that I don't know anything about lighting. It's what I've learned. I've learnt to try and sit back and get other people to do some roles for me. Because obviously when I'm filming a wedding, I'm one-man band from start to finish. So towards the end, I thought I'd be able to do it all by myself, but I ended up getting it graded. I ended up getting the sound guys on it to do the proper sound effects and things like that, which just took it to another level, really. I've also learnt to use industry editing software. Because I've used the same software for 20 years. All right, when I used it, it was #1. Now it's on number 25. But this is software that I couldn't easily send to the grader, I had to send it to them as a made film for them to piece together. If I'd used industry standard software, I would have been able to send them a file which had everything they needed to work on it easier. So that's what I'm going to head to now. You start using industry standard. But I've attempted it before. I can edit very fast. I don't know why, but I've always been able to edit very fast. And what puts me off with going to industry standard is I know I'm going to slow myself down 3 times.
That's it. I think you should exit in industry standard and don't want to be the head. Be like.
My plan is for the last wedding of the year to edit it with the industry standard software, because I know I've got all the time in the world to do it, and that's what I'll do, and I'll gradually learn that way and go over to it.
So in what way has the editing wedding pictures, videos affected or informed or add value to your editing of this pilot? Or there's no relationship at all?
I think it's the speed. I think people were blown away on how quickly I could shoot this. I shot this in a Saturday and a Sunday, and I had people watching it on the Wednesday. I'd finished the editing. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect, but I'd finished. It was watchable, and from the untrained eye, they would have just thought it was done by the Wednesday. And I've always been able to do that. You know, I've always been able to, because I'm in charge for in every department.
You don't have to wait.
I'm not sending it to a department who've never seen it before. I've seen it. I know what I've just shot. Yes, we've used the clapper board and we've numbered every scene up and we've named every scene up. But even if they weren't numbered up and named up, I know what we've shot. So I knew where to go. I knew what angle I was going to get, and I knew even how it looked just by it being a thumbnail on the screen. So
it's quite coincidental that Quentin Tarantino's editor is called Sally as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So, and before every take like that, you know, they normally say, hello, Sally, hello, Sally, before every take. And Quentin said the reason why they put that is that this lady edits in the middle of the night, and the editing process is kind of tedious.
She doesn't feel alone.
So that she doesn't feel alone, something to cheer her up. So
that's
before
really
every
good.
shot, they say, hello, Sally, everybody say, hello, Sally. So that's to cheer her up.
Really good. That's a really good thing to do.
Really, because the editing process is one of the most important. But at the same time, it is so much mentally tasking and so lonely that, you know, they want to cheer her up by...
In the TV world, I believe the editor to be the most powerful person in the TV world. Take Big Brother, for instance. I could make anyone win Big Brother. You could, because everyone has a bad day.
That's correct.
You decide as an editor whether you want to focus on that bad day or not.
That's right. That's right.
And you decide whether you want to focus on one arsehole having one good day. He could win it based on the good day.
That's true. It's all about
the power is in the editor.
That's true. That's true. That's it. Well, it's brilliant talking to you, Mr. Simon Burridge. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's nice.